High in the mountains, a ghost walks. This is the snow leopard, a creature of myth and mystery. Few have seen it, even fewer have heard it. Its coat, a tapestry of smoke and snow, blends seamlessly with the rocky slopes. Its movements are fluid, graceful, almost silent. It is a hunter, a survivor, a true ghost of the mountain. For centuries, stories of the snow leopard have been passed down through generations of mountain people. They speak of a creature of immense power and grace, a guardian of the high peaks. But the snow leopard is more than just a legend. It is a living, breathing animal, struggling to survive in a world that is rapidly changing. The Himalayas, a towering expanse of rock and ice, are the sacred domain of the snow leopard. Here, amongst the highest peaks on Earth, this elusive cat reigns supreme. Its very existence is a testament to the power of adaptation, a triumph over adversity. Only the hardiest of creatures can survive in this unforgiving landscape. Yet the snow leopard thrives, its body perfectly adapted to the challenges of its environment. Legends of the snow leopard abound in the folklore of the Himalayas. While these tales may be rooted in myth, they speak to the awe and reverence that the snow leopard inspires. To catch a glimpse of a snow leopard in the wild is a rare and precious gift. Their rosettes, like unique fingerprints, blend seamlessly with the rocky terrain. Their eyes, the color of glacial ice, reflect an ancient wisdom, a deep connection to the mountains. But as quickly as it appears, the snow leopard vanishes, melting back into the shadows. It leaves behind a sense of wonder, a reminder that there are still mysteries left to uncover in this world. Imagine a place where the sky seems to touch the earth, where jagged peaks pierce the clouds, and the air itself is thin and cold. This is the realm of the snow leopard, a world sculpted by wind, ice, and time. The Himalayas, often called the roof of the world, dominate the landscape, a formidable barrier of rock and ice that stretches for thousands of miles across Central Asia. Here, amidst the towering mountains and sweeping valleys, lies a world of extremes. Temperatures plummet below freezing, and the air is thin, carrying only a fraction of the oxygen found at lower altitudes. These are not mountains that yield easily to life. It is a testament to the resilience of nature that life, in all its forms, finds a way to thrive in this challenging environment. The terrain is unforgiving, a tapestry of jagged peaks, steep slopes and deep gorges, rivers of ice, ancient glaciers that have carved their way through the mountains for millennia, wind their way through the valleys, their surfaces glittering like shattered diamonds. Scree slopes, treacherous fields of loose rock and rubble, tumble down from the heights, a constant reminder of the power of gravity in this vertical world. The air is filled with the sound of silence, broken only by the occasional cry of a bird or the whistle of the wind as it whips through the mountain passes. It is a landscape that commands respect, a place where survival is a constant challenge, and only the toughest and most adaptable creatures can make their home. High above the tree line, where the air is thin and the silence is broken only by the wind, lies the kingdom of the snow leopard. This is a world of rock and ice, a landscape painted in shades of grey and white, where only the hardiest of creatures can survive. The snow leopard, a master of camouflage and stealth, is perfectly adapted to this unforgiving environment. Its thick fur, patterned with dark rosettes against a background of smoky grey, provides insulation against the biting cold and allows it to blend seamlessly with the rocky slopes. This is a world of long shadows and hidden valleys, where the snow leopard reigns supreme. Its presence is felt more than seen, a whisper in the wind, a fleeting glimpse of a shadow disappearing amongst the rocks. They are the guardians of these high places, a symbol of the wildness that still exists in our world. Their very survival is a testament to the power of adaptation, a reminder that life finds a way, even in the most challenging of environments. To see a snow leopard in the wild is a rare privilege, a glimpse into a world that few humans will ever experience firsthand. They are a symbol of hope, a beacon of wilderness in a world that is increasingly dominated by humanity. Their survival is a reminder that we are all connected to the natural world, and that the fate of all living creatures is inextricably linked. The snow leopard is a masterpiece of evolution, its body perfectly sculpted for survival in the thin air and rugged terrain of the high Himalayas. Every aspect of its anatomy speaks to its mastery of this challenging environment, from its powerful limbs to its long, bushy tail. They are not the largest of the big cats, but what they lack in size they more than make up for in agility and strength. Their bodies are compact, muscular, built for navigating steep slopes and rocky outcrops. Their chests are deep, housing large lungs that allow them to extract the maximum amount of oxygen from the thin mountain air. They move with a grace and agility that belies their strength, their bodies flowing effortlessly over the rugged terrain. They are perfectly at home in this vertical world, as much a part of the mountains as the rocks and ice themselves. Perhaps the most striking feature of the snow leopard is its coat, a marvel of natural camouflage. The fur is long and thick, providing insulation against the extreme cold of their high-altitude home. The base color of the coat is a smoky gray, which blends seamlessly with the rocks and shadows of the mountains. Overlaid on this base are large, dark rosettes, each one unique like a fingerprint. These rosettes help to break up the outline of the snow leopard's body, making it even more difficult to spot against the rocky background. The long guard hairs are hollow, trapping air and providing insulation against the cold. When the snow leopard curls up to rest, its tail, also covered in thick fur, is wrapped around its body, providing additional warmth and comfort. Unlike their larger cousins, lions and tigers, who often rely on brute strength to bring down their prey, snow leopards are masters of stealth and cunning. Their large paws, with their wide surface area, act like snowshoes, distributing their weight and allowing them to move silently across the snow. Their retractable claws, sharp as daggers, are kept sheathed until the moment of attack, ensuring silence as they stalk their prey. Their senses are finely tuned to the rhythms of life and death in the high mountains. Their hearing is acute, picking up the slightest rustle of movement in the undergrowth. Their eyesight is exceptional, allowing them to spot prey from great distances. When the moment is right, they strike with lightning speed, their powerful limbs propelling them forward in a deadly pounce. One cannot overlook the importance of the snow leopard's tail, a magnificent appendage that serves multiple purposes. It is almost as long as the body itself, thick and muscular, covered in the same dense fur as the rest of the body. This remarkable tail acts as a counterbalance, helping the snow leopard to maintain its equilibrium as it navigates treacherous slopes and narrow ledges. When leaping across chasms or scrambling over rocky outcrops, the tail acts as a rudder, providing stability and control. When threatened, a snow leopard will lash its tail from side to side, a clear warning to any potential adversaries. And when curled up in its den, the tail is wrapped around the body, providing additional warmth and comfort. The snow leopard's tail is not just a beautiful adornment, it is an essential part of its survival toolkit, a symbol of its remarkable adaptation to life in the high mountains. The snow leopard is a creature of the high peaks, a master hunter perfectly adapted to life in this challenging environment. Its very survival depends on its ability to track down and capture prey in a landscape where food is often scarce. They are opportunistic hunters, taking whatever prey is available to them. Their diet consists primarily of wild sheep and goats, such as the blue sheep, the argali, and the ibex, which graze on the steep slopes and rocky outcrops of their high-altitude habitat. These prey animals are often much larger than the snow leopards themselves, requiring both strength and cunning to bring down. Snow leopards are solitary hunters, preferring to stalk their prey alone. When the opportunity presents itself, they explode into action, their powerful limbs propelling them forward with surprising speed. In this harsh environment, where winters are long and food is often scarce, snow leopards have learned to make the most of every opportunity. They are not picky eaters and will readily scavenge carrion when necessary, taking advantage of kills made by other predators or animals that have succumbed to the elements. They will also supplement their diet with smaller prey such as marmots, pikas, and birds when larger prey is unavailable. Their powerful jaws and sharp teeth are capable of crushing bones, allowing them to extract every last bit of nourishment from their kills. They will then cache the remains, hiding them in a safe location to return to later when food is scarce. This ability to survive on a varied diet and to make the most of every meal is crucial to their survival in this challenging environment. Snow leopards are ambush predators, relying on surprise and a sudden burst of speed to capture their prey. They are not built for long chases. Instead, they prefer to stalk their prey from a distance, using their keen eyesight and sense of smell to track their movements. They will often position themselves above their prey, taking advantage of the higher ground and the element of surprise. When the moment is right, they launch their attack, leaping from the rocks with astonishing agility. Their powerful limbs propel them forward, covering distances of up to 30 feet in a single bound. Once the prey is down, the snow leopard will drag it to a secluded spot, where it can feed in peace away from scavengers. Life in the high mountains is a constant cycle of feast or famine. During the summer months, when prey animals are plentiful, snow leopards will gorge themselves, building up fat reserves to see them through the lean winter months. But when winter descends upon the mountains, bringing with it heavy snowfalls and freezing temperatures, food becomes scarce. The snow leopard's prey animals migrate to lower elevations, seeking out more hospitable conditions. During these lean months, they must rely on their wits and their strength to survive. It is a testament to their resilience and adaptability that they are able to survive in such a challenging environment, where the line between feast and famine is often a thin one. The snow leopard, a creature of myth and legend, now faces a new challenge: the encroaching shadow of humanity. Expanding human populations fragment their habitat, disrupting ancient migratory routes. Poaching casts a dark shadow over their future. Their magnificent coats make them targets for poachers. The irony is a cruel one. The very features that make snow leopards so exquisitely adapted to their environment, their thick fur, their stunning rosettes, have also become a liability in a world where human greed often trumps respect for nature. Their bones, believed in some traditional medicines to hold curative properties, are also sought after, fueling the demand for poaching. The impact of poaching extends far beyond the loss of individual animals. It disrupts the delicate balance of their populations, removing breeding adults and leaving behind orphaned cubs with little chance of survival. The trade in snow leopard parts is a global problem, with demand emanating from countries far removed from their mountain homes. International criminal networks operate with impunity, exploiting the poverty and desperation of local communities to fuel their illicit trade. Tackling this issue requires a multifaceted approach, one that addresses both the supply and demand sides of the equation. As if the threat of poaching wasn't enough, snow leopards are also facing a shrinking habitat. Climate change, that global phenomenon with far-reaching consequences, is casting a long shadow over their mountain realm. Temperatures are rising, glaciers are melting at an alarming rate, and weather patterns are becoming increasingly unpredictable. The delicate balance of their high-altitude ecosystem is being disrupted, with unpredictable consequences for all forms of life that call these mountains home. The tree line is shifting upwards, encroaching on their preferred habitat. Prey species, their numbers already under pressure from habitat loss and competition with livestock, are facing additional challenges as their grazing grounds shrink. The consequences are a cascade of interconnected impacts, each one exacerbating the challenges faced by snow leopards. Their once secure mountain strongholds are becoming increasingly fragmented, forcing them into closer proximity to human settlements and increasing the likelihood of conflict. The story of the snow leopard is not just about a single species in peril. It reminds us of the interconnectedness of all living things and the impact of human actions. Their plight symbolizes the challenges faced by countless species globally. The silent erosion of their legacy calls us to protect the natural world. Conservation efforts offer hope, driven by dedicated individuals and organizations. In the face of mounting threats, a global movement is afoot, uniting scientists, conservationists, and local communities to protect the snow leopard. These guardians, driven by passion and understanding, work tirelessly to secure a future for the snow leopard. Anti-poaching units patrol remote terrains, risking their lives to remove snares and apprehend poachers. Despite limited resources, their dedication is unwavering. Local communities are key to conservation success, partnering with organizations to protect their natural heritage. Education and awareness programs are crucial in changing attitudes and behaviors towards snow leopards. By fostering a sense of pride and ownership amongst local communities, these programs aim to shift perceptions of snow leopards from threats to valuable assets. Community-based conservation initiatives are providing alternative livelihood opportunities, reducing reliance on practices that negatively impact snow leopard populations. Livestock insurance schemes, for example, are helping to mitigate the economic losses incurred by herders when their animals are preyed upon by snow leopards. By compensating herders for their losses, these programs reduce the likelihood of retaliatory killings, fostering coexistence between humans and snow leopards. Ecotourism, carefully managed to minimize its impact on the environment and maximize benefits for local communities, is another avenue being explored to create economic incentives for snow leopard conservation. By providing sustainable income opportunities tied to the presence of snow leopards, ecotourism can help to shift the economic calculus away from poaching and habitat destruction towards conservation. International cooperation is essential in combating the illegal wildlife trade. Snow leopard range countries are working together to strengthen law enforcement efforts and share intelligence. International agreements like CITES help regulate the trade in snow leopard parts and disrupt illegal markets. Research and monitoring are crucial for understanding snow leopard populations and the threats they face. Scientists use technology like camera traps and genetic analysis to study these elusive creatures. This information informs conservation strategies and identifies priority areas for protection. The dedication of those working to protect snow leopards offers hope. Every effort brings us closer to securing a future for the phantom of the peaks. The future of the snow leopard, like the melting snows of its mountain home, hangs in the balance. The challenges are significant, the threats ever present. Yet, even amidst the stark realities of poaching, habitat loss, and climate change, a glimmer of hope persists. The snow leopard, a creature that has evolved to survive in one of the harshest environments on Earth, embodies resilience. Its very existence is a testament to the power of adaptation, a beacon of hope in a world grappling with its own ecological challenges. The task before us is clear: to ensure that the snow leopard's journey continues, its story etched not in the annals of extinction, but in the enduring snows of the Himalayas. This is not a responsibility we can afford to shirk. for the fate of the snow leopard is inextricably linked to our own. The spirit of the mountain, embodied in the snow leopard's unwavering gaze, its silent tread across the high peaks, serves as a reminder of the wild beauty that still graces our planet. The snow leopard, a phantom of the peaks, may elude our gaze, but its presence is deeply felt. Its survival is a testament to the enduring power of nature.